Good morning. I wanted to show you the jade tree again. Now I'm doing some bonsai pruning to this, meaning the way that I'm pruning it is a certain style, but it's very dehydrated right now, and so it needs a drink of water. But I'm going to water it, and that'll be great. But it's looking pretty good. As we turn it around here, I really like it. We have good growth on it. We have a lot of vigorous growth. I just wanted to point out a few things about the vigorous growth. There are a lot of things we can learn from a bonsai tree that we can use in all of our other agricultural pursuits as far as growing plants. Because when we remove the terminal bud up here, then it makes the buds, the auxiliary buds that are down lower, it makes them sprout out. That is the same principle that we use in pruning fruit trees or shade trees or herbs, the culinary herbs that we're eating, or medicinal herbs. Most plants, if you remove this terminal bud up here, it removes an auxin, which is a plant hormone, or we call that a phytohormone. Phyto means plant. We remove that plant hormone, and now that hormone will not be inhibiting the growth of these lower branches. But I don't want a branch coming up like that, so I'm going to prune him off right there. And see how this one is growing downward and it's starting to curl up? That's actually very interesting. That's a good thing. So I'm just going to take the tip off of that one, and we'll see what happens to that, because that's an interesting feature, because usually the upright growth is what they want to do. So I'm going to zoom up here, and then we'll go around to this tree and we'll try to get some really specific work done on this beautiful little bonsai. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around and we're going to work on him a little bit. Now, any of the new growth, I want to slow it down. So the new growth will have this nice, new, sharp looking bark on that bark is going to look glossy and brand new. It won't be woody looking. So that new growth, so what I want to do, I've pruned this one off earlier. If you can see right there, I pruned that off a while back. That may have been one of the last prunings. And so this one took off and grew. So I'm just going to cut that up a little bit, and now maybe it will keep growing. I'm going to go down close to the leaf. So that'll be great. Now these ones you prune off, you can start new plants with them. But I'm not going to start new plants. I'm just going to stick them in there. They can dry up. So here's a brand new one right here. I'm going to come up a couple of leaves, trim the top of him off. So this one is budding out really nice. The one that's going up in the air, I'm taking it off. The one that's coming outward, I'm leaving that one. Why? Because that's what I want to do. I don't want a bunch of upright growth coming way up. I want the growth to come out and then down and fill up the middle. So right here we have this upright growth coming up. It's coming up really vigorous. This one's coming up really vigorous. So I'm cutting those off. Now I'm not bringing them down to the main branch, because I want these branches to be covered with green. This one's vigorous. I cut him off. This one's growing fast. Fast and vigorous means the same thing. So I'm just taking those very tippy tops out. That stops that fast upright growth. And it's going to have to put energy somewhere else. Right there. Okay, now here's a branch, and it's coming straight out from the main lateral branch right here. It's coming out, and then it comes down, 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 and right here it's starting to go up. So I'm going to prune it off where it starts to go up. This one is going absolutely straight up. He's coming off. This one's up, coming off. And I'll let those tips grow for a little while, and we'll see what they do. This one right here is coming straight up, so he comes off. This one's going kind of straight out, so I'm just going to take the tip off. This one's coming downward, so that downward motion is what we're looking for, so I'm going to leave that one alone. But this one is coming straight up. I'm going to prune him right there. Maybe take some tips off down here. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, over here we have some straight ups coming on. So I'm going to take those about halfway off. And that looks great. Now this branch right here, I have not pruned him today. It got pruned here last time. But see how this is filling in nice and green all the way up? That's what I want. And I don't see a lot of vigorous growth on that one, so I'm leaving it alone. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, so here's... Alright, so right here, let's take the tip off of that one and that one. And this one's coming straight up in the air. So I'm going to probably take him off right there. Okay, I think his haircut's about done. We have some new branches coming off of the main trunk from the soil coming up. We have this one, it's extremely vigorous, and I'm going to take him off back there. I didn't take him clear to the trunk because maybe he'll sprout something here that could be interesting. Alright, this one's coming straight up. I'll take him off. Take that one off, that one off, that one, and that one. We might get some good growth in there just right around that trunk. And we took that one off. Now let's just skip back and look at the entire confection. Okay, so I think I'm happy with it. So that's it. So now I just need to water it real good. This hasn't been watered for a while. He's very dry. And oh, look at that one growing out right there. There we go. Tip him off. So I think I'm happy with this. This seems better. Now what is my overall goal for this? We need to know the overall goal before we know how to prune it in the first place. My overall goal is to have a little tree, this miniature bush, that looks like a full-sized giant tree. So when you go out and you look at a tree, it doesn't have big branches that are shooting straight in the air. Some trees do, but your really old, mature oak trees will come downward, and that's kind of the shape I'm going for. So this is not the perfect shape yet, but it's a work in progress. And as we allow this to continue to grow, I think it's going to unfold into some beautiful things. Oh, look at that big vigorous one. See, it takes a minute to look at it to get all these off properly. Here's a little snipper that needs to come off. So so this tree is a jade tree. It's the kind with the miniature sized leaf. Most jade trees have a large leaf, but these leaves are full sized and they're less than half of the size of a normal jade tree. So this is a miniature jade plant. And it'd be wonderful to start all these as new plants. But I'm not gonna. We're just gonna put them in there, we'll let them dry up, and they will make microbe food. So there we go. Okay, so that's the update on our jade tree. December 2021. So that was our winter haircut. Alright, there we go. Thank you for watching.